In this lecture, we will learn how to input data in Excel worksheet. For this, I have opened this workbook. Now if I want to input data in this worksheet, I will have to make use of my keyboard to input data. So using keyboard, I can input any characters as well as numbers. But for doing so, very first operation that I will have to do is to make at least one cell active where I want to actually type my data. And I can do so by clicking inside any cell by mouse. When I click in cell A3, my A3 cell is now active cell, and whatever I type from my keyboard will get entered in this A3 cell. So we will start our data entry from this A3 cell. We will fill up few products from this A3 cell. For example, I will first type smart television as a product in this A3 cell. After typing this, I will click enter key on keyboard. You will notice that after clicking enter key, now your active cell is A4. So this means when you hit enter key on keyboard, Excel takes control to cell below and makes that cell active. Also, one more thing to be noticed carefully. You can see that word smart is in cell A3 and portion of word television is seen in cell B3. Is it that part of word television is inside cell B3? It's not like that. I will again click in cell A3. Now just have a look at formula bar. In your formula bar, you can able to see entire word of smart television when your A3 cell is currently active. And if I click in cell B3 now, my B3 cell is currently active, and on formula bar I can see nothing. This indicates that in this A3 cell, smart television word is completely stored and B3 cell is having nothing and it is completely blank. Then why this word smart television is seen particularly in cell B3? This is because Excel has this unique property. If you have input more than column width of active cell, then Excel displays remaining portion in next cell. This is called as spillover. Now we will input remaining data. I'm typing refrigerator in cell A4 and will hit enter key. Control automatically came in cell A5. Let's type now washing machine. Again we will hit enter. Now let's type ovens and hit enter key. Now we will type air conditioners and hit enter key. Now we have completed with our products. Now in cell B2, if I type country India and hit enter key, the control will come down to cell B3. But I do not wish to have control in cell B3. Instead, I wish to have control available in cell C2. Now how could that be achieved? Consider if I completed typing India and if I hit tab key, control will automatically go to cell C2 and also completing entry of previous cell B2. It means as we hit enter key after any entry, that entry gets completed and control comes down to cell below in next row. Similarly, if we hit tab key after any entry, that entry gets completed and control goes to next cell in next column. Now I will type UAE in cell C2 and will hit tab key so that control goes to D2 cell. Now I will type USA and will hit tab and then will type Australia and hit tab again. So I have completed with all 4 countries as well as all 5 products. So in this way, while entering data in Excel, very basic thing you have to remember is to make at least one cell active, and whatever you type using your keyboard will get saved in that particular active cell. When you click enter key, control will go down to next cell in row. And if you hit tab key, control will go to next cell in your next column. Or else, if you want to directly make any particular cell active, then use your mouse pointer just to click inside that cell and that cell will become active cell. Apart from this, if you want to change the position of your active cell, you can make use of arrow keys from your keyboard and move the position of active cell in your worksheet. So for making desired cell as active cell, you can make use of arrow keys, enter key, tab key or mouse pointer as per your convenience. So in this lecture we have understood how to enter text in worksheet. In next lecture, we will learn how to enter numbers in worksheet.